What's up, y'all? Shug Nasty here. Today, I want to talk about the biggest problem with Pokemon card investing. And that problem is being hyper engaged all the time, 100% gas all the time, always checking charts, always refreshing, always in the mix, wanting to know what's new. That's like the overarching theme in Pokemon investing channels, the majority of them. I know there are some ones out there that don't, that's not like their main point that they try to make in their channel. But I think the majority of Pokemon investing channels, obviously, they're trying to make money. They're going to talk about the active investing side of Pokemon, the checking the charts, the trends of cards, the trends of sealed product, the market boom, the market crash. It just only makes sense that they would talk about that. But I think that it's good to make a point to, let people know that they don't need to be always hyper engaged and always 100% gas, or at least they don't need to be 100% gas hyper engaged all the time. If you're doing this as a hobby, that's how you get burned out. I know it's easy to get caught up in the rat race. I've done it myself. I still do it. I'm trying to work on it, get better. But if you do that, you're easily going to get burned out. You need to take time, especially if this isn't your goal. Take time to set aside for Pokemon, but set aside enough time for your other stuff too. Set aside enough time for your job, for your family, for your friends, for your other hobbies. Set aside time for that, because I think a lot of us, more than we would probably guess, a lot of us are in this hobby for the fun part of it. We're in here to, collect Pokemon, to maybe invest a little bit to pay for our collection, or to just have fun investing, maybe learning how to use money in that way. I guarantee probably like 90% of the people in the Pokemon investing space have never invested money in any way before this. This is probably the first time that they've invested money in anything, which is totally fine. I think that's one of the big values you can get from Pokemon investing. I think, learning how to use money in that way is important, and the Pokemon is a fun and good way to do that. Also, just making relationships with people, that's another way to base, your experience in Pokemon investing, or to what you can get out of Pokemon investing. It doesn't always have to be about money. It doesn't always have to be about the ROI, the return on investment. You can definitely, you get value from the relationships you make with people in here, get value from the knowledge you gain and the experience you gain using money this way. You can get money from just simply being happy. I mean, this is a fucking hobby for after all. It's a hobby. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. So if you're finding enjoyment in it, that you're winning. You're succeeding in Pokemon investing. If that's your hobby and you're having fun, you've won already. You don't need to make profit. Um, Obviously, there's people that do this for business and good, that you can do that too. I'm not saying anything against it. If you want to make money and that's your goal, go ahead and do that. But if your goal is, that's not your primary goal, your goal is to have fun, or to make relationships, or just be in Pokemon and be engaged with the community, then that should be your primary goal. And just to be always hyper engaged in something and feel the pressure to be hyper engaged and to always have to be in the know and a part of the group, that's just, it becomes unhealthy. I think it's like with anything, to be super hyper engaged in anything and like not have balance in your life. It just becomes unhealthy and unrealistic. It's an unrealistic expectation. And I think Pokemon investing content, at least modern Pokemon investing content, the majority of it is, that's like a unintended, like I said, unintended side effect of probably social media too. You can probably go into a bigger macro, talk about how that is affecting other aspects of people's lives in different industries or whatever. But anyway, this is just, all to say that you can have a Pokemon investing experience, a good one, without having to worry about like the most profit, or the biggest ROI, biggest return on investment. You don't have to, you know, measure your success in Pokemon investing that way. You could be like me. You could totally just be the most consistent, inconsistent person when it comes to selling cards. I sell cards for a month. Stop for 5 months. I send cards to PSA a couple times, sell them off, and then I disappear. I make YouTube videos for a few months, and then I stop. And that's just how I enjoy doing it. I pop up for a little while. You can hyper engage for a little while and go ham for a little while, but then take a break. When your mind is when you're starting to get stressed out about it, that's when take a break. And you maybe throttle it off before then, if you have that self awareness to do so, do that. But like I said, find your own style of investing. You don't have to, mimic whatever famous YouTuber you're watching. You don't have to mimic my style. Find your own way that works for you and that, works in your life. Just wanted to say that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different from what I usually do, but let me know what you think about it, and let me know in the comments. What's your style of investing? What are your main goals with investing? Is it for profit? That's totally fine. or is it for, the relationships with people, the fun you have doing it, or is it to learn something new? Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.